So the work culture, it's a very flexible environment. It also can be very demanding, but there's a great balance, not only a work-life balance, but a balance between project work, but also thinking about additional aspects to everyone has, to each person. So each person may have their own separate interests, and you can explore those interests at Sasaki. It's very entrepreneurial, and so you can do just about anything, but you have to do it as a group. You can't just do it by yourself. It's always building a community around something, and then once you're doing it, then it slowly matriculates and becomes part of the practice and part of the culture of the firm. So the onboarding process is actually, there's different stages, right? So you have the first time you're in the office, you got all the excitement, and there's all, after you go through all the forms that you sign and all that paperwork, you actually have mentors and buddies that will help shepherd you around, introduce you to people. But the entire process can actually take a month or two. When I meet with emerging professionals and new hires, the biggest piece of advice that I can give them is to not just sit at your desk all day. Engage the practice, find ways to become part of a community of practice, work with the chickens. We have a hen house on campus, so work with the chickens, plant something in the urban garden, become part of the overall community. Meet people outside of your project teams, because your experience at the office will be that much more rewarding because it'll be richer for having known more people. So I don't know if there's no specific style. Like, you look at some architecture firms and you can tell, like, oh yeah, that was done by architecture firm X and that was done by architecture firm Y. Sasaki purposefully has shied away from that type of aesthetic. But we are definitely, modern designers. We don't do a lot of historicist sort of architecture. But with that, openness provides freedom that allows you to explore. So you're not just pigeonholed into a design aesthetic. You're able to develop and work within the entire spectrum that provides the best solution to the client. What's the best design process?